I've come to the seaside resort of Hastings in the southeast of England. It's home to one of the oldest fishing fleets in Britain, made up of family-owned boats of 10 metres or less. The under 10s, as they're called, represent over 75% of the UK fleet, but they have less than 5% of the quota. These quota restrictions, particularly on cod, have left them high and dry. Paul Joy has fished here all his life.
So how many of the boats lined up here are still fishing?
Well, all the boats are still fishing just.
Well, that's a lot fewer than there used to be.
That's right. We were 44 boats and 11 fished basically last year, and we're roughly holding about that at the moment. People just won't go fishing if they can't earn any money.
So this is a setup on the brink?
Absolutely. We got three main species. We got cod, plaice and sole. Now, if you add the three together, we're allowed to land 13 kilos per day.
Well, that in itself can't be sustainable. How can you make a living?
You can't.
So what have they offered you then? They're not giving you cod quota? Have they given you any concessions at all?
Well, for instance, I'm allowed to catch 10 tonne of pollock a month. Great, that's financially very good. There's only one problem: we don't catch pollock. I caught a pollock once 5 years ago, I think. That's the last one I caught.
That's a bit of a sick joke, isn't it?
Well, it is a sick joke.
To give you 10 tonne of quota for a fish they know isn't here.
There you go.
Paul used to fish for cod at this time of year, using a net with a large mesh.
Now that means I get one cod a net, probably, if I'm lucky. I can put 30 nets, I get 30 cods, but each one would probably be 14 pound to 20 pound in weight. But you get no discards, you get no bycatch, and you just fish in a sustainable manner. That's the way we fish for generations.
But with hardly any cod quota left, Paul is forced to fish for Dover sole instead, and for that he'll need to switch to a smaller meshed net. Ironically, that means he'll catch even more cod, both large and small. They won't survive, but under EU law he can't keep them, so they become yet more discards.
This is honest gospel truth. I was landing up to a tonne of large cod a day and dumping over the side.
Just to catch a few sole that you had some quota for?
Absolutely. I mean, we're only one small port, and this is happening in every port, every single port.